join me on a run slash clean and jerk day. It's actually just Olympic lift after this, but I just wanted to take you guys through what I do usually before a run. This is my warm-up session. Have it sped up because it takes a pretty good amount of time to warm up. So super far away for some reason, but the sky looks amazing. It's beautiful out there. It was really beautiful, and then it got super hot, but it's really nice, super nice. But I usually just do some jogging, some stretching out. I went for a pretty long time. I try to make sure I avoid injury in any way, anyhow possible. I try to not allow myself to get injured, so I spend a lot of time stretching. The clouds look amazing. But I'll stop talking so you guys can kind of see where I ran. It was a pretty nice route. So we made it to the gym, starting off with some reverse hyperextensions. Back felt a little on this, but it's a good part of the warm up. And then I do some wall squats and make sure I get really tight to the wall. These are just good for balance in general. But then I move on to warm ups with bands for my elbow, because today's gonna be a jerk heavy day, which means I'm just gonna be throwing the weight up. It's not gonna be anything to do with cleans. I will be cleaning and jerking, but mostly just to test out my max. I think I'm gonna try to go for 195 today. So sitting down here, because this kind of helps stretch out. You just sit in for a little bit, kind of for mobility in the ankles. It's pretty good for just sitting down with weight without too much stress on your knees or on your ankles, your ankles. But you just sit there. I just sit there for a little bit, about 30 seconds to a minute, and then move on. Now I do some bar work before I actually get on the weights. It's generally a pretty good idea to not get on the weights without doing bar work, because it's scary stuff. But so for this, start off with some pause, and then so it's a pause and then a jerk, which is what I'm doing right now. This is about 125, so nothing crazy so far. But get the elbows and shoulders moving and to get in proper form. This is pretty good way to start off with. I definitely need to push a little bit with more power. I'm kind of slow on the push. I need a little bit more explosiveness. But on this next attempt, I believe it's a little better. Yeah, I kind of push harder on that one. Catching the weight's also awkward because I catch it leaning back, and that's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be forward the whole time and kind of be looking forward and then catch the weight. But at least I'm throwing it up, and I just need to get used to the weight being directly above me. But that's not a bad attempt. Not a bad attempt. This looks like 140, 145. Yeah, that's pretty sure that's 145. But same thing, it's a pause and then a pause into a jerk. Pause and then a jerk. See, I'm catching weight weirdly. That's not okay. But I have realized I need to work on that. Catching the weight is super important because I caught it well right there, but almost fell back because it's weird because when you push, you're supposed to be kind of pushing your head forward, and then pushing the weight above you. Your head is supposed to be a counterbalance, but it's kind of in the same position for me, and that's not proper. But here we go, still on the 145. I almost have it, but it's just a little awkward, and that's okay. But I'm using my legs a lot more, which is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is exactly what you're supposed to be doing. It's the proper way to do it. Back at the 145 again. I hit this weight a lot because it's just not really a heavy day. It gets heavier later, but in terms of jerking, you don't need to go that heavy. And this is a percentage of my max, so I start off with 50%, and I go to 60%, and then 65%, and then 70%, and all that. So, try not to go too crazy. This is 155, so it's still okay. Still okay. I think here I'm at 65%, so I went up. Here I was assuming my max was 190, 195, so that's where I did that. So now I'm preparing to do my clean attempt for max, so I'm just kind of getting used to the feel of it. That was pretty easy. 135, nothing horrible, but good attempt for that one. And then we go up to 165, 155, excuse me. But still pretty easy, still good. I rolled my socks up because the rough part of the bar rubs up on, and it just takes my skin off, so there's no point in losing skin, But this is 185, comes up pretty easy. And then much harder jerk. I just did not go low enough. But there's no problem. Here goes my 195 attempt, guys. This weight was definitely not easy. I think the front clean came up looking very good, but we managed to get it up. Thank you guys for watching. This jerk was not great, but we're gonna work on it. If you guys enjoyed, subscribe, and have a wonderful, amazing day.